Hello climbers, welcome back to another LKS video. Today we're going to give you the ultimate guide on the rockover, the skill that you need to unlock to get up those slabs, those reachy climbs and more. The rockover is a vital skill to learn on slab climbing and on vertical climbing. On slabs, you're going to have to do high feet on small holds. The rockover will allow you to shift over to those, put your foot on them and push through them. On vertical climbs, it'll allow you to reach higher, step through and work your way through. It's also a great way to be more efficient on the wall because you're using your legs, which are your strongest part. Let's break down how you do a rockover. Very simple, it's a little bit of a step up. You do them every day when you walk upstairs, so we can practice that on the matting here on the floor. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put one foot up on the mat, then we're gonna push our body weight over the mat. Use a bit of momentum from your other foot, creating a weight transfer, and then you'll feel your body weight rock over onto the other foot. We can then translate that onto an easy climb. We're gonna put our feet up onto a foothold that's higher than where our current level of our feet are, pushing our body weight over onto the foothold, using a bit of momentum, shifting our hips over our foot, and then extending out towards where we're going. So I'm just going to talk through to you how you actually go about trying that rockover on the wall before we get any further into this video. Just give you a real understanding. First of all, I'll do it so you guys can watch and then we'll talk through as we do it. Talk through as we go. So the key is to getting your feet nice and high, getting your body weight over the hold, shifting your hips over, bit of momentum, and then building from there. So I'm going to get my body weight over the hold, momentum over, and as you can see, my hips are well over the hold. Same again, this is a nice high one. Going to get my body weight over the hold here. I might add a smear in to get my body weight over. I'm actually going to push through again to carry on the rockover. And one more. Here is a little bit harder, so I have to get my body weight right over the hold. I'm going to under flag. We'll do another video on flagging and then pushing through. There are a couple of mistakes that you're going to do when you first start rocking over. First of all is poor foot placement. You need to have your foot quite close to the wall and in a place where you can pivot around the foot. This allows your weight to really transfer through. Your arms need to be spread nice and high and wide. If you can get an arm or a handhold over to where you're rocking over to, it'll allow you to pull your weight through. Another key mistake is not adding a bit of momentum with your rockover. Grab a smear. We're going to give you an exercise on how to improve your smears with your other foot to give you a bit of momentum on the wall. Last little mistake a lot of people do is they don't shift their hips. Your hips are crucial in climbing and they don't lie when you do it wrong. You need to use your hips, get your glutes firing and push through them. Get your hips over that foot and then you'll do a great version. Here you can see an example of a good rockover and a bad rockover. In the bad rockover, there's no dynamic movement. The hips aren't moving. Our hands are really close to us. We're not pushing through. In the good rockover, we've got a smear, a lot of dynamic movement. Our hips move and our hands are nice, farly spread apart to create that extra bit of weight transfer and balance. In those movements, I rocked over, not really using my hips and my whole body and my core, kind of extended my arm and hoped. This time around, I'm going to really sort of levitate my hips through the wall to try and really extend and push through with my glutes. Get myself on the wall, and I'm really going to add some dynamic movement and push through. So here's a great example, rocking up. If you can see, my hips are well over the hold to then arrive. If you're enjoying this content, guys, I've just noticed that 99% of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. We have quality content coming out every week. If you're able to subscribe, leave us a like. It would mean the world to me, allows me to give you better content, get some amazing guests on this channel, and we can grow and learn together. Hit that subscribe button. It's not just about how to rock over. We want to give you some tips, drills, and exercises to improve those parts that might be those areas. The first bit is the correct feet placement. That's about being accurate with your feet, being efficient with your feet. Exercise number 1 is one of my favorite ones to do in climbing, and this is silent feet. You're gonna get yourself on the wall and you're gonna be as quiet and as accurate as you can. Let's go and try that. Okay, it's silent footwork time. So I'm gonna pop the mic on my shoe so you can hear every tap tap that I create. The point of that is to slowly move with your feet through the holes, trying to be precise. By being quiet, you have to put your feet on slowly and under control. Now, every time you climb, you don't have to be that perfect, but silent feet is a great thing to add into the start of your climbing warm-up. Silent feet is really important as an exercise because it makes you accurate and it makes you be able to put your feet onto small holds. But what if there's not a hold there at all? This is where we're going to practice that smearing that we talked about. A smear is when you place your foot just on part of the wall or a part of the rock where there isn't necessarily a hold. You're going to place as much of the rubber on the hold, and you're not really looking to drive through that foot too much, but just have a practice. Smear on some volumes. Let's go away and do a couple of smears in a couple of locations to see where I'm smearing best and the sort of foot placement you can see. Smearing, a bit of an alien thing to do. I'm telling you to not use holds and just to get yourself on the wall. What we're going to do is we're going to go up this mint and we're going to see if we can do it with as little holds as possible. Now, you could actually just quite easily just put your feet on the wall and then back down to get you used to it as well. Done there, and what is key is placing my deep foot, the base of my foot, right onto the wall. The key part being here is placing your whole of the base of your foot onto the wall to create that stable position. And not just my toe, but right my base. That allows me to really push through and use as much rubber as possible. When I get both my feet on, you know, I can slowly work through. Now, I'm not going to put my heels on because it'll push my weight too far away. Smearing is really important. But what about when you do have those small footholds and they increasingly get smaller or they're in different places? This is where precision step up comes through. This is my final footwork exercise for you in this video. It's about you looking to create a route that has progressively smaller or harder holds on it. Don't worry about the color of the holds, just find a section of climb that has progressively smaller footholds. Again, don't really worry about your handholds. If you want to make this harder, make the handholds get smaller as well. We're going to go away and try that and see what we can do and see how hard it gets until the point where we just cannot move through the footholds. For our last exercise, which is precise feet, this is the one we're going to pick slowly smaller and smaller holds. So this wall behind me has got a plethora of holds. Slabs tend to have different styles of holds on. Those are the walls that lean away from you, so you can really weight your feet. You will see me progressively work through smaller footholds. They're pretty big to start with, making myself really happy. In this exercise, I'm not fussed about the colour of the foothold I stand on. I'm not fussed if I smear twice, or if I do 2 different footholds, and/or the colour of the handholds that I go for. I'm just trying to discover what it's like to stand on smaller footholds in different places, different positions, just trying to be precise with where I work. I'm going to give you a little extra footwork exercise. This is to get you used to that feeling of having your weight over the holds. So one of the things I want you to practice is getting on the wall and seeing if you can weight one foot like this. You can see I'm completely over the hold here. I'm just trying to release the other foot. Now here my hands are wherever they want to be. Now I'm on a slab, so I could probably actually try and go no hands. I'm not going to. But you can see, but this position's really hard to move from. You've just tried that single leg step up and you've realized you don't have the strength or the power to do it. I get that. When I first started climbing, my legs weren't that strong. Even now, I sometimes struggle with that deep squat pushover. If you want to practice those, you can go away and try and do some squats, some single leg squats, some sits to stands. Another thing you can do is some dynamic lunging and some jump squats. We have a video coming where we're going to work with a PT on a couple of series of stuff that you can do, because you also need some strong core, and that will be all in that future video. Well, there we have it, guys. The ultimate guide on how to rock over. I want you to go away and practice rocking over. Which of those skills or drills that I gave you helped you the most? Was it precise feet, silent feet? Are you going to try some of those strength activities? Don't forget to look out for our future videos. get subscribed, like, because that means the world to me, and we'll see you guys in the next video.